Let's do it.
The Mood Lounge Show, dropping crazy knowledge on the minds. With your hosts, Pedge Tattoos, and partner in crime, Marco.
Hey, welcome to the Mood Lounge Show. I'm your host once again, Pedge Tattoos.
And I'm your co-host or partner in crime or whatever the fuck you want to call it, Marco with a K.
There you go. So, we had a great show last week. Crazy feedback. I was 100% right about TikTok. So, one short that I posted, basically you talking about She-Hulk.
Right.
Really, the AI program that I put on, Opus, shortened it to the point that it really doesn't say much. It just says, you said, you know what grinds my gear?
Does it at least talk shit and say that she goes into a period tizzy?
Yes.
Or?
No. That it does, but it doesn't really get to the gist of what the fuck's going on. You kind of explain it, but you don't give it like some background or whatever. You gave it a little, but we got on that one on TikTok 30,000 plus hits. And a lot of people were going back and forth with me in the comments going, but I don't get it. But what's really going on? So then I had to do my homework and respond, you know. But everybody likes it. It was you brought it the hell up, which was phenomenal.
It only just happened.
Yeah, but you brought it up, and then I started researching it and stuff that I didn't know, like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was supposed to be in Deadpool.
Where?
I don't know, but Disney was fighting tooth and nail to put Captain Marvel in it. I don't know, because I think they're going to release another Miss Marvel or whatever.
Well, what does Miss Marvel have to do with Deadpool?
I don't
get it, bro.
I'm not. We need to ask Scott, the comic book. I find out, about Captain Marvel, and then they start saying some other things like Wanda was supposed to be in there, the witch, from WandaVision, but she's coming out with 2 other movies. That's all in the works.
Didn't she already get her show and shit?
Yeah, she did get the show, but for some reason they're going to spin off 2 movies with her in it.
Why?
I don't fucking know. They're going to bring back Ultron. Yeah, I don't... Look, let me tell you something. Ryan Reynolds by far did the best thing for Marvel. At 3 weeks, the gross box office was $1 billion.
Right.
So far, it's like the biggest, quickest, fastest Marvel.
By the way, why do they call it gross?
Why do they call it gross?
Yeah, why gross?
Why
not just total?
Yeah, gross total.
Just say total. What the fuck's gross?
Well,
I keep thinking like somebody's puking when they fucking think of money. Like, bro,
no, look,
you know what I mean?
So you have gross, meaning that's how much pre-tax.
Why gross?
Because I don't fucking
You get my
know.
point. You get the point.
I
see
get
what
your
I mean?
point, but
just say total.
Can you not just conform to society?
I'm not gonna conform to fucking net worth and income and whatever the fuck.
You have to.
No, I don't.
Then after that comes pronouns, binary, non-binary, alphabet.
That has
city.
nothing to do with it, by the way. No.
Hey, I was just thinking.
You should have just said 401k, your fucking taxes, your retirement fund, your social security.
As I said, Alphabet City, sorry. But as I said Alphabet City, I had a picture of Axl Rose in my head going, "Take me down to the Alphabet City where the fucking girls are queer and the boys are pretty." But
where the fuck is this show going?
I don't know. Listen, it's free balling. I really don't give a shit. Look, we had a great show last week. We're going to have a fucking few dippy episodes, How much?
This isn't free ball, and this is testicular torsion right now. Fuck.
Testicular torsion. How you doing? This reminds me of those people, the ones that have no voice. They have their no voice box, and they're like,
"I want to go to the store because I cannot understand. I lost my voice box in the smoking accident. 10 packs a day. Caramel, no filter." Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to sound on it. Yeah. All right, let's get into this, all right? So
yeah, where are we starting off right now? Because
we're going to start off where we left off in the last show, since you started the grinding my gears, and I just didn't want to put my 2 cents in because the show would have been an hour longer than it usually is.
Right.
So what grinds my gears? This is probably going to go half hour. I don't know.
Let's hear this.
We'll see, because if I get more agitated, I'll throw more shit in. So what grinds my gears liars, backstabbers, instigators, drama seekers, two-faced.
All right, hold on. You
Hold
sound
on,
like,
two-faced,
you sound like one
rumor
of those
starters,
Facebook
problematic, and jealous.
You sound like one of those Facebook posts where it's like, "Don't betray me. The wolf is inside." You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
No, it's cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool. But I'm gonna take it like into this. In life, you learn at an early age about liars. Starts in like kindergarten. You know, you're building this little fort out of like foam blocks, and little Johnny comes over and just goes, psh. And then you like flip out and you're like, teacher, he knocked my shit down. He's like, no,
I didn't
he
do
did
shit.
it and he's blaming me. You know,
Yeah.
so that's where the lies start. Now these lies end up building with some people. They become pathological liars to the point where, I'll give you a quick story. We had a guy, all right, and this guy literally would believe his own bullshit. And he was a pathological liar. Kind of like that skit that I told you about on Saturday Night Live where he goes, yeah, and I was married to Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, that's the ticket. And he just kept going and going. Well, this guy, we would sit in the car and he'd be like, yeah, so yesterday Trump flew his helicopter in front of my building, picked me up, we had brunch. Like,
Does anybody actually believe that though?
no, but, you know, this guy just kept doing it until finally my friend Mitch turns around and just goes, yeah, like smacks him dead in the mouth. And he's like, yo, stop with the lies already. Like, nobody do you actually believe Trump picked you up? He goes, but he did. Continues. Okay, that's a pathological liar. Now, then there's liars that
you gotta
just...
give me more details. Did he actually believe that though?
Dude, he, to this day, believes he was... I'm not mentioning names because this is going to just like basically identify.
You got to
the
give
guy.
me more details because like how do you?
He thought he was he thought he was a bail bonds agent at one time, which he was not.
No, there's no way he didn't actually think that.
No, he
right?
wasn't. I forgot what he was, but it was not a bail enforcement, or it was bail enforcement. But he thought he was a fucking that was it.
What, he thought he was a
bail
federal
enforcement.
He thought he was like a federal officer. Or
Yeah,
something?
dude, he literally fucking ran around thinking he's a U.S. Marshal.
Bro thought he was Doug the Bounty Hunter.
Dude, straight up vest, everything.
Nah.
I'm working security. I came to find out that it wasn't even, I think he got his bail enforcement shit, or he just got something like a security badge. All right.
Badge.
Yeah, whatever. Look, he had a security company, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Look, the guy's a bean shooter. He's not in my life. I could care less.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to give you a background on what kind of fucking idiots I had surrounding me. So there's the liars that just lie to benefit themselves, meaning I'll be saying an idea or a story or a plot or whatever. Like when we used to do shit back in the day, if it was a heist or we'd rob cars, I'd be like, hey, if we got this, this, and this, we can make this amount of money. And there's the liar that comes around and takes my idea and pitches it elsewhere and goes, hey, I came up with this idea. I've had people lie to me. Then you have the people that talk behind your back and then lie to your face.
Right.
And then they even go the extra, and you could say, well, this and this day you said this and this. Now they already know who they said it to, and they say, well, you know what that person said, and now you involve the other person who was the messenger, and they want you to kill the messenger. You know,
Right.
So it's like, look, I could sit here all day talking about liars. I really don't give a fuck. I just know that when I was younger, and I've seen quotes about it exactly the same. I remember an Italian guy telling me when I was, 14, 15, and he goes to me, with an Italian accent, but I'm not going to do the Italian accent. He says, listen, he goes, you're going to see in life a lot of things. Trust a snake to bite you. Trust a liar to lie to you.
Isn't that like one analogy to that one small children's story or whatever about the tortoise and the scorpion or whatever? Or something like that?
I don't
Tortoise
know that
or a
one.
snake?
I don't know that one.
He goes over the damn river or like this little pond or
Yeah.
something, and then the scorpion, like halfway through, he just stings him. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah, right,
And then, like, he
right.
just goes
Take
down,
me across,
and the
I won't
And then
sting
the
you.
turtle's like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's
yeah.
just like, oh,
It
my
is.
bad.
It is. So it's trust the snake to bite you. Trust a liar to lie to you.
Yeah.
Trust in thinking what can't happen will happen. And those are like little lessons that kind of broadly explains life. Now we all let our hearts get involved. We all, I didn't have brothers. I didn't have sisters. Everybody kind of like I was the black sheep. So I kind of like always gave people the benefit of the doubt. Even though I know I'm talking to a snake, and as I like turn around, bites me. You know what I'm saying? I still kept trying and trying and trying. Well, I'm at the point in life I don't want to try anymore. I'm done. I'm finished. I need to remove people. So that's a definite. Liars need to be removed. Backstabbers, just like my fucking fucked up godfather, your godfather, backstab constantly. I mean, and there was times in our past 30-year friendship, he tried to fuck my girlfriend. He talked shit behind my back. And of course, when confronted, oh no, but what's the big deal? I didn't say it like that. I said it like this. Meanwhile, you know when you know somebody's character so well, and especially you know me, I pick up on little mannerisms. Well, the person who told me what they told me, word for word, sounded like this guy. Like, only he would say it in that fucking context. So, fuck him, you know, I don't care. But then you got people that are drama seekers. People never want to see you up here. They want to be up here. They want you 2, 3, 4, as many notches down as possible. Because jealousy, because you like embody something that they cannot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which you know how mean you are, and you've had issues with this shit. You know that. Yeah. You're not that fucking old, but you ain't that young either. So you've experienced, you know?
Yeah. I guess that's just Florida. You know what I mean?
No, it's not just Florida. It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
down here, it's a little more fucking shifty.
Yeah, it's a lot more shifty than.
Yeah, it's very, you know, coming from New York where you got to like step up and do what you need to do, like, and you get labeled at a young age, either a liar, a backstabber, an instigator, yada 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 yada. You get labeled straight up from a young age. Here in Florida, it's like, dude, people continuously. I mean, Marco, 4 years of high school, it was like the same song and dance with a different group. Marco belonged to so many different, like, he didn't belong. He would just, hey, I'm going to hang out with this group. I'll hang out with the nerds. I'll hang out with the wrestlers. I'll hang out with the jocks.
There's shit that I don't like about everybody. You know what I mean? That's why I keep him at arm's length.
Well, I mean, what was one of the most memorable piece of shit moments in your fucking...
Well, that's the thing. That, like, I could say the entire 4 years there.
No, just one that really kind of, like, started and ended. Like, meaning, like, oh, my God, really? And then, like, the fourth year, you're just like, this shit never ends, you know? Was it the group settings with the
group
fucking...
settings? I mean...
I'm the boss of this group, and you can't...
Yeah.
You know?
You know, there's 3 different groups that I can mention there that, like, I had similar issues with.
Yeah.
You know, what else? Well, no, I want to go into specifics on a certain, like, kind of going off track, though.
Sure.
This was, like, a situationship. You know what I mean?
A situationship.
Have you ever gotten hit with one of those or no?
A situationship?
Yeah.
Please elaborate.
Okay. So, it gets to the talking stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that's where it doesn't go.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Like, it's not friend zone, but, like, it's kind of like you're getting sold a false...
Stall zone.
Yeah, the stall zone. Like, wait here.
Stall
wait
zone.
Wait here. We're going to backtrack. And then you never hear anything again, or it comes back to it. Hey, we're gonna go further, and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Apparently, we just went in a circle. You know what I mean? So like, I don't get it, but guess what? That's like what everybody does. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, you know, like, do they not think it's gonna come back to them one fucking day? And when karma's like a fucking cactus up your ass.
Yeah.
You know.
But it does hit them, and they just do it again. You know what I mean? It's weird, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm just watching. I'm like, okay, so you just got hit with the same shit again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you gonna decide to open your eyes? You know what I mean? Like, I know this one bitch who literally cried her fucking eyes out for a week because she got broken up with this person that she hated. You know what I mean? She didn't like. She wanted to get away, but then all of a sudden she didn't matter as soon as she apparently left, but got broken up with. You see how the details don't make any sense? Like,
they don't.
Broke up with, but you left, but you didn't want to be there. But now apparently you don't matter. But now, you know what I mean?
There are always 3 sides to the story. Hers,
not
his,
even. It's like
and
fucking
the truth.
16 at that point. It's like, bro.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I know.
His, hers, and the fucking truth.
There's not even a truth at that point. It's just interpretation. So, but whatever. It didn't make any sense. I was like with everybody there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no fucking... I'm just like, I'm giving a problem solution.
Yeah.
to everything, and I'm just watching like, so you're getting involved with this dude, and now you're complaining about this one thing. Now you want to leave, but then no, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, you're invested. Like,
I need to say something to the audience. Marco got the wrong calling in life. He shouldn't have went to cybersecurity. He should have went to psychology.
Why psychology?
So you can be a psychotherapist and just sit there and get paid $300 an hour to hear all this bullshit.
No. I would have.
You'd be just doodling in the book, going, "What a cunt! What a twat,
I would have gone home fucking pissed because I'm like,
whisper fuckle."
No, I would have gone home so angry. Like, bro, why the fuck did this bitch not take the advice and go do the most stupidest shit and then come back complaining? You knew what you were getting into.
Because, dude, then it gets back to what I was saying earlier. Then you got a group of people that always preach but don't practice what they preach. And look, I'm great at giving advice, but when it comes, like I said, I get knocked off the horse, and it's like I just look like, should I get back on? And I do get back on, but it's just like I said, whatever you got around you, you don't have friends, you don't have family, whatever.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah, but
this reminds me of a story, though. I'm sorry, I gotta talk about this specific one, where this one random bitch that I will not, mention her name.
Right, of course.
She tried to like look so fucking smart.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give too much shit here,
right.
but she tried to look so smart, like she was looking for the right person, this, that.
Right.
Then she goes with this ugly motherfucker that has absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Like, she had all these options and shit.
Right.
Went to this dude, and then tells me a year later that, like, you know what I mean? Like, she tried to seem so smart, and, like, she knew all this shit, you know what I mean, that she learned from this dude, like, including sexual shit, because it's high school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, right. Then she mentions one key detail.
Right.
That she got an infection. You know what I mean? And I'm like, now, there's only, like, a couple ways that you can get an infection like that. And the main one is not wearing a condom, right?
Sure, of course.
I'm not a doctor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
what kind of infection are we talking about?
That kind
STD?
of infection. Yeah, she tried to play it
not
off
a UTI.
like she had to play it off like you gotta as soon as you are done with sex, get up and clean up. And I'm like, okay, but hold on a second.
No,
exactly.
You
That's
could
not,
put
I'm just
rubbing
like,
alcohol in your chooch.
It's not.
That ain't gonna kill the fucking chlamydia, yo.
Exactly. So I'm like, so hold on a second. You're telling me like baguette dick didn't clean up, or like I don't understand. I'm just like,
dick.
Yeah, that's the details I'm gonna drop. Like baguette dick did not wash around the rim a little bit. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you're just gonna tell me that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what am I gonna do with that? First of all, and second of all, where do I go with this? Yeah. You know what I mean? So people just like lie maniacally at that point.
I know, but like I've had that happen to me too, where I was friends with women or girls or whatever.
Yeah, but why did they keep you around at that point then? You know what I mean? Like, why do you need to hear about like dirty dick and fucking?
You're either backup, you're either, definitely.
I wasn't even back up at that point though, because like we were barely talking and we didn't even hang out once.
Well, listen, look, I don't know what it is, but people like to talk to you. You probably have that face, whatever, which I had a lot of people always talk to me that liked having me around. But growing up, I removed myself from situations because, like I've told you before, like, you tell me, oh, I'm talking to this girl, and I'm all like, it's like week 3.
Yeah.
Have you thrown anything out there? And you're like, oh, you can't do that no more.
Well, that's the thing. I actually do.
I know you do, but I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to tell the story. Yeah. And like, I tell you, and you kind of get like fucking miffed at me, like a little angry, because you're like, oh, it's not like that. And I'm like, Marco, when I was growing up, it was like, I'm talking to somebody, we're in that friend zone. Third fucking week, I'm already throwing out sexual situations, because are you going to get pissed at me if I say I want to stick my finger in your butthole? Like, if they giggle about it, they actually do. If they're like, ew, as if you're my brother, see ya, I'd be like, gone. Like, I wouldn't even deal with it. I mean, I would have some girls that were friends, but there was something behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have like 100 fucking friends that were women. I can't really tolerate that. All that emotional shit, and But I've had a few that, like, to this day, we're still tight. Well, not tight, where we fucking meet up and go on vacations and shit, but tight as in, like, I could pick up the phone and we'll pick up and be like, talk to me for 5 hours and be like, hey, it was great talking to you. I have those kind of friends. But I don't know, man. Like, I just don't have any tolerance for BS.
Yeah.
And you could see I'm talking about liars, backstabbers, and all of this shit, and problematic people. Yo, it's just, I'm 55. I'm at that point in life where 55, can I just live, I've lived, 50 years with all this BS. Can I just, even if you remove people that are problematic in your life, for every person you remove, 2 new problematic pieces of shit will walk into your life.
Yeah.
So it's at the point where I really don't want to meet people. That's why people see me being offstandish at the gym. And, and you too, you're like, when you look, you give everybody that eyebrow, like,
Okay, I don't give no eyebrow.
Yeah,
bro.
you
I just
do.
Look around.
You really don't realize it, but like, when you look at people, and then, here's what Marco says. We're in the gym, and he goes, hey, did you notice everybody's staring at us? Yeah, because I have a fuck you face.
No, hold
and then
on
you're right behind me going, yeah, fuck you too.
Well, hold on. That's different, bro. I was literally wearing fucking so much red, I look like a fucking tomato.
It's not the point,
You know what I mean?
bro.
That
don't blame it on the color.
Yeah, I will blame it on the
Don't,
color.
because everybody's
Bro,
looking at,
the
like, we
only
have
black
like
was on my
horns in our
fucking
head.
Shorts. The only black was on my shorts.
Listen, we
That's
need
it.
to get Scott on the show, because Scott can settle this, and he'll be like, yeah, 100%.
No.
Like 100%.
He's gonna say that I got a point, man.
Yeah, he's going to say you got a point, but in all honesty, it's like, when you don't wear red, what's the deal then? I was wearing off blue. like it was
Turquoise
oatmeal.
is not my color.
I was wearing oatmeal, and the guy was looking at me like I was wearing red. Like,
It's different, man.
yeah. So, we're doing good time on this topic. Two-faced people and rumor starters. Two-faced people.
Why does rumor starters sound like hearsay? Well, I'm sorry. Just like I felt like I got hit with like a court thing.
Your Honor, he's a rumor spreader.
Objection,
he's a
hearsay.
rumor starter.
He's a rabble rouser.
He's a rebel rouser. That's hearsay.
Can I get
hearsay,
a harump?
Your Honor?
Can I get a
hearsay.
harump? I did get a harump out of that guy.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we're kind of doing this like we watched what the fuck was that? Horizon. We watched Horizon.
What the fuck's Horizon?
Horizon the other day with fucking Kevin Costner, the cowboy flick, the Western.
Oh.
So we kind of have
Chapter 1, you mean?
Yeah, the chapter 1. I'm so pissed on that one because it's like fucking. I really wanted to get into chapters 2 and 3.
By the way, you get a way better story out of Red Dead Redemption 2 for the low cost of $60.
This is what I heard the whole fucking time. Hey, you know what? I did that in Red Dead.
I did though.
Then, like, the Indians are circling the wagon. Hey, you know what? I did that in
Well,
Red
hold
Dead.
on a second. You could help out the Indians. You help out the Indians, bro.
All right, whatever. Everything's got to be a game
Yo,
analogy.
you could rate a fort,
Yeah, I was with
though.
this chick the other night. Yeah, it was like Red Dead. And I mean Red Dead because she was bleeding everywhere.
Okay, bro.
All right, so let's get back to this. Fucking.
Just play them.
So rumor starters.
Yeah.
So like then there's people that go around and talk smack about you because number one they're jealous. Number two, you must have did something to fucking irk them in that sense.
Yeah.
You just being you just smiling, and they're just like, oh, why has he got such a good smile? Fucking asshole. Goes and tells somebody, you know what he said about you? He said this, that. Like, then there's people that they act like your friend, and they open up this, like, door for you. Like, hey, you know that guy, this. They start talking negative, and then you kind of, like, feel like, well, maybe I could say what I feel. You may say one little iota of truth, like, I just don't like that he fucking over talks. He talks over people. Yeah. They take that, they go back and they say, he said this, he said that. And they get the circle going of like.
Yeah, all of a sudden it turns into you saying that somebody had a big mouth. You didn't say that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just, and it goes like, and you hate him because, and they'll make up a story like, oh yeah, he was fucking over talking to my girlfriend or whatever the story may be.
That's the same thing with the fucking Sopranos in that one episode.
Yes, the Sopranos is such a good example.
They got in a car accident.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it turned into this bitch gave him a fucking blowjob.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know, but it is what it is, and that's just that's a part of life, I guess when you get to a certain age, you're either all these fucked up people.
I gotta just ask, what do people get out of saying shit like that? Like, let's analyze that scenario real quick.
For the moment, what they get out of it is a sense of satisfaction.
A sense of satisfaction that you just now made the boyfriend of that girl want to kill this dude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
that's
so
called.
You started problems.
Let me get back. That's called drama seekers.
Well, hold on a second.
I have it on my list.
Okay, but what if it came back to bite you?
Drama seekers.
What if it came back to bite you in the ass, though?
It does.
Yeah, it does, but like
It may not come right back.
yeah, it may not come back now, but like
it does.
Later, and it's
does.
like people ask like, God, why did this happen?
Yeah.
Why the fuck do you think you lied about? You know what I
Well,
mean? Some shit happened.
Let me give you a quick story.
Go ahead.
So, with that, what you just said, and making the Sopranos reference, when I was on the street and I was involved in that life, and I'm gonna be honest, there's been many situations where nothing happened, and I'll give you a, I'll give you two quick ones. One was my guy had a girl. They were dating. They were like serious, whatever. She went out, and I happened to be at the same place where she was. And I saw her, and I said, shit, I need to get the fuck out of here. First, because I feel like she kind of looks at me, not like that's my guy's, best friend or what. No. She looks at me like, I'd like to fuck him, So I was like, I need to get out of here. Well, she got so fucking twisted. Her friends were like pushing her on other guys to go home. So I'm recording all this. So I said, I'll take her home. I said, because I know what you guys are going to do. And if my guy finds out, my guy's going to be pissed. I'll take her home. Being the perfect gentleman, took her home. Bitch came on to me. I said, no. She got pissed.
And
immediately called this guy. He calls me in the morning, like 9 a.m. And I'm all like, yo, dude, I was going to call you. Would you want me to call you at fucking 4:35 in the morning? That's when we had beepers. We didn't have cell phones back then. I'm not going to call the house. Hey, can you wake up so-and-so? Mother would have flipped. Dad would have flipped. So this turned out because she felt betrayed because she wanted. And
she didn't get.
And I just was not going to do that because I wouldn't want it done to me. And I've had it done to me continuously. But so that's one problem. This ended up being like a fucking mob war because he always had a fucking hard on for me. He always, like, behind my back would go and start shit with other guys. Hey, you know what he said? He said, fuck you and your deals. And then they come to me and be like, yo, I thought we had something on the table. I'm like, we do. Well, this guy says, I'm like, yo, man, really? You believe that crock shit?
Liar.
I go, the guy's a fucking liar. Of course, later in life, everybody got to find out that not only was he a liar, but he was a rat. Okay? Yeah. So I'm still me. I'm still here. You know what I mean? I'm the same person that I always was. People to this day, when they see me 30 years later or whatever, always say, yo, Ped, you haven't changed. You're still fucking like, straight to the point. I tell you to your face, you don't like it, lump it, So I'm glad that I still have my character, but these other fucking people, whatever. Then I had another issue where I guess this guy was jealous of me because I was always with the ideas and the moves and He went, and I don't know how this happened, but he did this whole schmeal that I took a shot at him. Yo, dude, this was like me almost getting whacked, like on the reel. There was a sit down, the whole thing. I'm just hearing rumors. Now, I was living in Brooklyn. I left Ridgewood, Queens, and I went to Brooklyn for like year and 2 months. And I was only because the living condition, my living situation, my mom dating her stupid fucking Albanian boyfriend at the time. Mrs. fucking, looking for Mr. Right, never finding Mr. Settling for Mr. Right now. But so.
Wait, what was that saying?
Looking for Mr. Right, but settling for Mr. Right now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Again with the fucking whack-ass sayings that you, like, don't use at all and then pull out the last second.
I don't know. I think I kind of made that one up. I mean.
Did you?
It's kind of like mine.
There's no way you didn't just make that out. Do you have that written down somewhere?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not going to show you my fucking...
Not like I can fucking read it. I mean,
well, whatever. It's upside down. Learn to read calligraphy.
Yeah, fucking right.
Anyway.
Back to the story.
So, I'm hearing all of this shit. Yo, this guy but they're coming for you. And then like, I would like leave my job and I would go to a hangout spot and I would feel that, like, that you're being watched feeling, like the cartoon characters, like Bugs Bunny going, you ever get the feeling you're being watched? And looks around. That's what I felt for like a couple days. So one of my guys calls me up and goes, hey, maybe you want to come to the neighborhood. This and this is going on. So I went strapped, ready to go. So my friend, who's another friend of mine, came along because he's related to the guy that was kind of like ordering the sit down. And I said, I ain't going in there because I don't know if there's going to be, sit downs. I explained to you before, and you've heard stories. Sit downs, you're not supposed to go in with anything, but there's always somebody there with a gun because you go in, you don't come out, that type of shit. So there's no way I was going in. And this is over like a bullshit thing.
Yeah.
And I send the two guys in there, and they're fucking. I could see that they're talking at the door. They go inside. They come out in 2 minutes, and they said they want you to come inside. I guarantee nothing's gonna happen, but you need to leave your fucking piece behind. It's like if you guarantee it, and something happens to me, that's fucking on you and you. He's like, yo, that guy's my uncle. I guarantee you nothing's gonna happen. So all right, we go in. This guy had such a fucking well perpetrated lie, and witnesses. And they were my friends nonetheless.
That's even worse.
Worse than that. Because I wasn't expecting it. But, dude, I had a fucking 4-leaf clover up my ass and a horse fucking shoe. I'm telling you. So,
Wait, is this the one where you had, like, receipts or something?
Yes, receipts for the
Oh, okay. I know this story.
Yeah.
All right.
So, this is back in the day before Easy Pass, which Easy Pass is just like an electronic thing that you pay for the tolls and whatnot. So
Do you still get receipts for those?
you get online receipts.
Okay.
And they'll tell you what bridge, what time, what crossing,
Right. Okay.
So,
you get tracked fucking anywhere these days, man.
of course.
Dude, you take a shit like in a public toilet. It's like you got charged for,
Yeah, 25 cents to clean up your
5
mess.
cents for a flush,
100%.
But-
So, yeah, I go in. I'm a little fucking nervous because there's like 10 people in there.
Right.
And it's a small room. And I'm all like, I'm looking. I'm standing at the door, like, in case I have to open the door and take off. But my two guys come in, and they're like, all right, talk to so-and-so. I'm not going to mention names. And because most of the people are still active, so I'm not going to mention names. But he's like, so, listen, this guy has a beef. I said, okay, so he has a beef. Why come to you? He's not even fucking Italian. Why is he coming to you? Let him fucking square off with my people. No, you don't want to do that. He was just like, no. He wanted to fix me. That's it. So I explained to him, before we go any further, this motherfucker's got a hard-on for me. He thinks I did this to him. Meanwhile, he did this to me. Now he's flipping it. I said, he's never quite got the shit taste out of his mouth. And I said, yo, if he wants to square off outside one-on-one, and we call it over, that's it. He beats me, it's done. I beat him, it's done. But you know what's going to happen. I beat him, it's not going to be done. He's going to fucking wait for me around the corner, try to fucking get me when I'm getting in my car, whatever. So I start to say that. Now the guy who called me in is like, this is kind of weird.
Right.
Didn't know this. Here we go back to there's the other guys, and then there's the truth. So now he's, trying to make, heads or tails out of this. And I'm telling him this and I'm telling him that. So he goes, were you in Ridgewood on this and this night? I said, no. He goes, well, how can you just say no? I was like, because I wasn't. He goes, but there's somebody in this room that saw you in your car. I said, it wasn't me. A fucking Chevy Monte Carlo with a boomerang antenna jacked up in the fucking back with air shocks, with fucking the heartbeat on the window. I said, wasn't me. I was like, I'm going to be with Jersey plates. Well, he didn't see your plates.
Bullshit.
I didn't say none. I just was like, okay. I go, it wasn't me. Okay. So he goes, well, so the guy steps up and says, he goes, tell him what you told me. So the guy goes, I was standing in the corner about to get in so-and-so's car, and I see Pedge, and I'm like, so I go, hold up, before you continue, you saw me, eye to eye, you saw me? He goes, well, I saw your car. I said, okay, so you supposedly saw my car. And then what happened? He goes, I heard you say the person's name, and I heard pop, pop, pop. So I said, So I turned to my guy that I came in with, and I said, do you know me to ever miss? He goes, no. Then I asked the guy that called me in, do you know me to ever miss if I'm going to pop, pop, pop? He goes, no, Pedge. I said, is there any bullet holes in the car? No. And you swear it was me. Now, the guy's doing the shady, looking around the floor. I said, look, he's looking at the fucking floor. What do I need to prove? I said, what do I need to prove that I was not in Ridgewood? He goes, well, where were you? I said, Bay Street in Staten Island. And I said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to go to the car. I'll be right fucking back. So I collected the receipts from my mom's Albanian boyfriend because he had a construction company. So everything that he went over the bridge, he wrote it off as a tax write-off because it was looking for a job or going to a job or whatever. So I went in there and I pulled out like a stack of receipts. And I said, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, here you go. Because the bridge that I went on, it's the Verrazano Bridge. The Verrazano Bridge is you pay one way. Okay, so it's you pay on the way back. So is it? Yeah, you pay on the way back, not on the. How's that go, Jay? On the way in? In. So she's right.
Okay.
It's on the way in. So you pay that one way, and then the other way is just open. You know, because you paid like 2 ways in one shot. Same thing with the George Washington. So I was just like, here you go. So he looks at the time, and all he does is he goes. The guy tried to look over his shoulder to try to get the time, and he goes like this, folds a little receipt, and he goes, I'm going to ask you one last time.
Did you see him or not?
Did you see him or not? And he goes, I think it was him.
Oh, bro, come on.
Yo, dude. I'm just like this. The other guy's like getting all angry and agitated. He looks like fucking, like Stimpy when he's about to fucking, was it Ren? No, Ren. When Ren's about to like fucking explode his eyes and he's like, you idiot. You know, and he's like, dude, this guy's fucking festering. And I'm just like, so what's the outcome? So he goes, listen, I'm going to slap the shit out of you if you don't fess up and tell the truth. So then now the story changes to it looked like a Monte Carlo. It wasn't a heartbeat that went across, but it was some kind of a thunderbolt or a line or, you know, and it may have been my car, the color. It may have not. I don't recall seeing a boomerang. Like, it just got worse, man. So I was just like, okay. I said, can you please just say what's on the receipt? He goes, no, I'm not done yet. He goes, what time did this happen? So my man turns around and says some fucking weird-ass fucking time. And he just goes at the receipt. He goes, I want you to come here. And he looks at the receipt. He goes, you see what time Pedge went into Staten Island? It's virtually impossible that this guy, and I said, and I have a witness. I said, if you allow me, I'll go to the payphone and call him. He'll come here in 45 fucking minutes. He was with me that fucking night. And he knows everybody here. He goes, who's the guy? I said, bop. He goes, I'm going to call him. I said, all right, go call him. He went outside, made a phone call, comes back in. He goes, Pedge could not have been Superman and fucking super jetted
in like 3 minutes.
Like 20 minutes from Staten Island to Ridgewood. Take fucking 3 shots, get back in the car, and go on his merry way. And basically that little beef got squashed right there, but not really because
no, it never got squashed. that easily.
Because this guy told me after the guy that ordered the sit down, because he was a very big Gambino guy. And he told me one day, he goes, you know, all those times that you said you felt somebody was following you? He goes, yeah, your man was following you. He had me with him, and I kept saying, I don't want to be here. I know him. He's a stand-up guy. Whatever your beef is, you need to squash this and bury it or do what you need to do. This guy to this day never did what he had to do. I don't know. He said he was, because we spoke one time, and he said he was fighting our friendship versus, you know, loyalty and whatever. And I just was like, you know what? That needs to end. You know what I mean? Like, so, like I said, getting back to the removing and whatever. And, hey, I just did a 2-for-1, I just noticed. I did a stories from the street and a grinds my gears. So I wasn't planning on doing a stories from the street. But, so, you know, in that life, what Marco mentioned about The Sopranos, I love The Sopranos because there's so much truth. Yeah. And there was just so much. There was a guy that was in the mob, that was a rat, that was giving all the script writers and The Sopranos info. It was just too, you know, usually when they do a story about the mob, there's so much bullshit that added in and everything just to make, you know, just that fodder to make it look better. But The Sopranos, as stupid as some of the scenes were, that is fucking straight reality. Mafia 101. Yeah. That's exactly.
You already know that they were calling up like the actors and screenwriters, right? Or no, there were actual stories of the mobsters calling up. I don't know if it was the actors specifically or if it was the writers,
right?
But they just call up and they're like fucking laughing their asses off, like, "Yo, you're doing a good job, man. Keep doing what you're doing." By the way, he would never do this or whatever. But then also the one key thing they gave advice for was like Adon never wears shorts, and that hangs up. You know what I mean?
There's so many rules in that life too, and you know, I don't want to get into a whole fucking mob thing. We'll leave it for another time. We'll do a whole fucking 45 minutes or whatever mob shit, you know. Yeah. But let me tell you, that life is bullshit. Yeah. It's not just the Italian mafia, it's the Serbian mafia, it's the Albanian mafia, it's the Croatian mafia, Bosnian, Greek, English. There's no more that honor amongst thieves shit. That's fucking long gone.
Forgotten.
And the guys that do have that honor get clipped, get fucking ratted on. It's just, that's kind of like a lot of the reasons we moved to Jersey. I needed to get away because at that time
you had enough of Phil Leotardo running around.
My God, for real. Like I'm
50
not
years in the can. All I do is compromise.
Yeah, like for real, man. It's just, that's what was going on. And in the 2000s, right before you were born, was the downfall of the Bananos, the Gambinos, my neighborhood was,
whatever happened there. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
I'm just spouting quotes from the show.
Repeat that one?
Whatever happened there.
Whatever happened there?
The Carmine with the sit down.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever happened there.
Yeah, It's
my brother got killed.
Yo, listen,
I love that show. I'm sorry.
I love the show too because I could literally hands-on remember stuff like that happening in my life. And then people have made remarks that I've done other shows where I talked about my mob past and whatnot and criminal shit where you took it from Goodfellas, you took it from that. No, there's it's happened and there's no way you could stick to one story. Look, getting back to liars, for you to lie and just to keep lying and lying, you're going to trip the fuck up eventually. Yeah. And then people try to trip you up because you may have said something just a little different. Listen, between telling something just a little different because you want to add a little zest to it or whatever, but the whole stew, you got the ingredients in there. And you may say, I put the beef in first, then the potatoes, then the carrots. The next time you say, so I put the carrots in with the potatoes and the beef, dude, it doesn't matter. It's the same fucking mix. I haven't there's dates embedded in my brain. There's hours, times, minutes, pictures.
Right.
I didn't just walk around with a camera going, mob guy. It wasn't dude, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like, hey, I know you, but I don't really know you. Can we take a picture? Yeah. And dude, There's a lot of guys that have ratted, and I don't say shit. Everybody who's ratted has done it for a reason, and that's their reason. And I respect their reason, and I agree with them on a lot of shit. But I'm going to mention again my friend Frankie. My friend Frankie gave me permission to tell stories. He actually asked me to go on a show and tell stories because I tell a good story. He likes it. And it's yes, what did he do? He pulled out a gun, shot the guy, walked out.
Right.
But I'm colorful in my storytelling, so I kind of added in the Italian guy, you fucking shot at me, the whole. So that's how I do. I tell a story. And I said that. And, I even told Frankie I was going to talk about him on this show. And Frankie gave me blessings. He said, go ahead and talk. A lot of people from the life don't like that I still talk to him. I really don't care. Right. I'm out of that life. I'm not ratting. I'm talking about what I've done. I always leave people's names out. But the people that I just spoke about with the sit down and all of that shit, if they ever see that podcast, that's going to stir some shit up. But honestly, at 55, you want to come knock on my fucking door and be like, boom, boom, boom. For what? What was it? Because you're jealous of me? I did something. I wore these pants way better than you did, so you got mad. Pedge had 18 pair of Cavaricis. I only had 11. Let's go clip them.
Instead of making
12 of
more
us.
money to buy more. Yeah,
Getting back to what's his name?
D'Elia.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia. Yeah, 12 of us. Let's go whack Pedge. 12 of us.
Let's go fabricate lies.
What the fuck is he talking about? That motherfucker. Yeah, you come here, Pedge. You're good. 12 of us. Whatever. So, jealousy, problematic. That's pretty much how the mob is run.
Yeah.
Jealousy, problematic. There's no, there's no honor amongst thieves, yeah, but that life is just, and
I know that I seem like a video game nerd and I keep mentioning video games.
Okay. Is there a mafia video game you want to talk about?
GTA 4.
Here we go.
They actually, no, hear me out.
Yeah, that's about
it's actually
Serbian from Bosnia.
But it actually depicts all the mobsters in New York at that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got the Irish mob, you got the Yugos that just came in from the boat, you got this, you got that. You could see that. You know what I mean? You see that every single time, you know what I mean? Because there is missions where you got to make a choice. Do you whack this Irishman's brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he wants him gone because he's a junkie. You know what I mean? Does all this shit. He's like he's just a waste on the family.
You're just saying this is just
but here's the thing. He's the most crookedest cop, and he's asking you to do this, and he's gonna not do you any favors, but you force him to do favors if you do. But the point is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your own family. You know what I mean? Like, that even happens in the mob. You know what I mean? And then the mobsters try to kill you later in the game. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. If you'd play the game, you could get the analogy. But
no, I watched you a lot in the beginning, and I was just like, I tried to play a few times, and I was like, why are we in the Bronx? And you're like, that's not the Bronx. I'm like, no, but
that's
there's Albanian shit here.
It's like, no, that's Albany. I'm like,
But I mean, I don't know. Like, you just saying some stuff, I started having flashbacks. It's, I mean, look, I've told stories on other shows, and you know, it just never seems to amaze me. Like, I literally sometimes put my head on my pillow and I wonder, like, how the fuck am I alive?
Right.
In all honesty, how the fuck am I alive? And by the grace of God, I am, thank God.
Right.
And getting back to, like, talking about the grinds my gears, all these, dude, do you know that to this day, even when I go and I talk, people are out there trolling me. That's why I kind of like just got out of it, because I was like, I'm not MobTube. I don't need people like, oh, you know, I know anybody. No, I'm telling stories.
That wears off quick though. I don't get people that do that. Like,
look,
no offense to anybody doing MobTube now, but it's like you do your story and then it kind of dies out after like the second or third time. You know
and that's where they get into trouble, because then they start coming up with more lies.
Right.
And then the lies just.
Do you want to silence that?
Yeah, and the lies just keep.
Sorry, it's like a Timo Rose toy going through the table and vibrating in my hands. Do you get it's a sex toy?
I know.
Okay. All right.
I'm just putting my twist on.
My bad. I thought you were imitating a beeper. And I was bro, that's not what I was talking about.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we did some good time on talking all of this. I think we should just do, like, 2-topic shows.
2-topic shows?
Yeah, because we've been freeballing it, and it's been working. I mean, this show may be a little fucking lame. I may have to, like, try to splice it together. But
I think you're probably only going to YouTube Shorts to this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I mean, if I get YouTube Shorts, not a lot of people are watching our long shows because they're long. Yeah. But we do have
everybody's going to leave it on in the car.
But, dude, we do have some diehard motherfuckers that will pick it up, watch a little bit, come back to it, you know. Then we have the guys that, like, scroll through and look for stuff. That's why I drop, I don't know, 20 shorts, 20 reels, 20 shorts, whatever, and on TikTok as well. And like I said, I hit it spot on TikTok. We blew the fuck up. We used to only get 500 to 800 views on 10 or 15 videos. I'm looking, and it's just like they're growing. It's like 2,000. And I just put them up last week, and it's just like 4,000. And then we have the one about you. It just says, well. That's how it starts off. It just goes, well. And then that well is like 30,000 plus hits.
Yeah.
And I try to answer whoever hits me. I try to answer back. You know, heart. I like the fucking comment and what.
One day you're not going to be able to do that.
No, I know, but and then I have. But look, even if I can't do it, I will hire somebody to take out the best shit, because we're gonna, if we get to that point where we could hire a fucking editing fucking genius and whatever, I will do that, you know, and I'll have the person just go through my shit if I can't, you know what I mean? Because this show, I'd like for it to go out, like, you know, out on the street a little bit, you know, let's do some stuff, like, you know, like the stuff that we think is funny. I want it, like, you know, like 20 minutes, I want it to be like, hey, we went to the mall, check this out. And how me and you act, that's what I want, you know, to be there.
As long as we don't be like those nuisance influencers.
No. I don't want to do that. No.
Like running around fucking, like, talking shit in Pandora, then like fucking.
No, wouldn't it be funny if we would walk around the mall with a, you know, fucking recording, and we're walking, and all of a sudden, and some nuisance influence comes up to us and goes, hey, and there I am. You're like holding the camera, and I just go, pow, and I knock him out and be like, what do we call that show? The Punch Out? Like, but yeah, I mean, so we got one more topic, and then we're gonna end it. So RFK Jr. RFK Jr. I've been practicing, trying. So if I fuck this up,
let me ask before you do, like, absolutely fuck him up with that impression.
Okay.
What exactly is his, like, medical defect again, or whatever?
Okay, I should have studied for this test. I'm sorry.
It was shit, bro. I'm
know,
sorry.
he's-
It's like noticeable in every sense, man. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. He's something.
Did he take a bullet to the head or no?
No. His uncles did. So, hence the next couple of lines of jokes. But so, I don't know. He's got some medical thing where
I don't know. Did he have a stroke or
no.
aneurysm?
He's got something with his vocal cords where it's he needs to strain when he talks. He has no voice. So
What do you mean he needs to strain?
like see the way me and you were talking, it just flows, comes out, it's bouncing in our vocal cords. For him, he has to force it out.
Oh.
That hence what the imitation
Does he have
comes
fucking
from.
stalagmites on it or something?
I don't, dude. I promise the next show I will give you an answer on why RFK Jr. talks like this, because it's some kind of thing he has in his throat. So, so
Not to talk shit. I feel bad. You know what I mean? For
No,
people
I feel
like that,
bad, but
it's just when you're going on national television every day, and I need to hear the voice like 30
yeah,
times.
dude. Listen, if
It's-
he would have became president, I just would have been like, somebody shoot him to shut him up. Like,
CIA is like already ahead of you.
yeah, right. Like for real.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised they haven't tried to fucking take a headshot at him. Even his family hates him. I don't know why. The guy's a good guy. Dude. I think he did coke when he was young. He drank a lot.
Why is that? Why is that? You're supporting evidence for why he's a good guy?
Because he's a regular guy, bro. He's got issues like everybody else. What, George Bush used to be a fucking avid cokehead, and he was president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? So, look, if you look at past presidents, all right, like fucking, you had Bill Clinton, who liked to fuck everything that walked. Dude, there was a fish tank in the White House. The fish stopped swimming when fucking Bill Clinton came in. It was just like, oh shit, here comes Bill.
Okay, but all right. Let's be honest. Who hasn't done coke in that position?
I don't know.
You have to be
You're
aware.
acting like I used to sell coke to them.
I'm just asking, like, logically, like, who the fuck wouldn't be doing coke in that position when you're awake? How many hours? And
That's coke.
You take like, 4-hour naps. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, look,
you would be dead.
They
You know what I mean?
said there was a show on TV that was kind of like poking fun at all the pages and all the fucking senators and whatever, and they were saying like, for you to be an assistant and all of that, you need to be on coke.
Right.
And
You do.
hence they found cocaine in the White House, in the locker, and everybody's on some fucking shit, and then they cry, well, drugs are killing our people, and you got a fucking 8-ball in their fucking pocket. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
so JFK officially drops out.
RFK, you mean?
RFK, JFK.
JFK already dropped out.
Yeah, he's already dropped out.
He already dropped out the motorcade.
with a headshot. So yeah, RFK Jr. drops out of the presidential race, and I was waiting for this all day Friday, and endorses Donald J. Trump.
Right.
So
Now, what I didn't get, why did he like make it like he was dancing around the subject when he was like, I'm not dropping my campaign, but I'm suspending it.
yeah, I don't
Motherfucker, that
know.
means you're not running.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
like,
know.
no.
I don't know what the fuck that means. And I don't know if he
I think he meant like he's gonna come back later. You know what I mean? Like in a different,
well, I don't
like in the next 4 years. You know what I mean? But then at that point, I'm like, what if you get, you know what I mean? What if you get
So
the
you're
CIA?
suspending it for 4 years and then
Yeah, and then you
reinstating
come
it?
back. It's like, what if you get the CIA lineup now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck. You're gonna
Well,
be running from the grave. You know what I mean?
I told you the week before that the rumor mill was spreading that RFK Jr. was going to get a position in Trump's cabinet.
He did actually say that he wasn't getting any commitments, though.
Of course. But
I mean, yeah.
look,
You know, that could change last second.
let's get back to the grinds my gears where there's liars, backstabbers, instigators. And this goes for senators and all these presidential elects and
I mean,
whatnot.
you do have to lie in that position.
No, you don't.
Why not?
You don't. You
Okay,
you
well,
could
here's
be.
the thing. You have like the 300 fucking congressmen over in this seat of this fucking side of the house that doesn't like what you're doing.
If you were to like
you know?
stretch the truth out a little bit, understood. But you do not have to be like Kamala, Biden, and all these other dickheads, and Obama, and Bush Senior. Read my lips. I will not raise taxes. 3 months later, fucking hit us with taxes. That's a politician's lie. I promise to do this and that. Kamala Harris, I promise to cut fucking, middle class taxes and give you $25,000 in your pocket. Okay.
Here's a down payment on your house, even though they're gonna raise the price.
They're going to raise the price $25,000. So, but everybody's making out. No, they're not.
No.
It's still 25. I'm still getting raped.
Right.
And you're just giving me 25,000 from where? From the fucking new deficit of $48 trillion. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
Right.
And are you black or Indian? What the fuck are you? Dude, I'm going to put the picture up. I have a picture of her and her parents. Dude, Hindu and Indian. They like, what the fuck? That's my daughter Kamala. That's Kamala. Kamala, you so beautiful, Kamala. Really, honestly, man, that's another thing that grinds my fucking gears. Make up your fucking mind. Stop playing the race fence. I always say I'm Serbian, Romanian, American. That's it. There's no, okay, I hung out with Italians. I acted Italian. I grew up Italian. I'm not Italian. I never claimed to fucking be. And when people say, I straighten them out. No, I'm not. Then I get miss whatever for Greek or whatever. I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon like, you know how my dad used to be. He's hanging out with Albanians at the bar. I'm Albanian. Shut the fuck up, you Bosnian, you fucking dick. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. But that's my dad. My dad would sell himself out for a beer, you know? Yeah. Hanging out Polish. I Polish. You know, like, then they start talking to him, and he's just like, he'd try to find a few words, you know, but then he'd be like, I'm not Polish. I'm Cuban. No, I'm joking. But yeah. So, me and Marco, when news breaks out, we run crazy. So, I'm going to try to redo what we were talking about. Hopefully, it'll be some... Of course you know what he's going to do.
Get shot.
No. You just ruined the whole fucking joke, bro.
Relax, bro.
Dude, you just ruined the whole skit. Yes, you did.
Edit it out, I'm saying. Rewind. I'm sorry, bro.
It's all right. Anyway, you know.
All right, dude, I'm sorry. What the fuck?
Anyway, I don't think I could do this, but... Anyway, so I'm just going to call it quits, bro.
No, bro, hold on.
I can't do it, bro. I can't.
Okay, I'm sorry that I fucking deflated your entire thing.
Dude, there's no fucking joke now. It's done. Marco, it's done.
All right.
It's done. It is whatever, man. So anyway, RFK Jr. is, on. Before we do record the show, so much fucking improv rolls on us, you know. It's hard to write it down and then make it as interesting as, you know, freeballing it and improving when we're not on the show. So hopefully I can I could salvage whatever we've done here. And if we've gone a little over with the grinds my gears and it kind of like just doesn't go anywhere and we talk other topics, well, that's the twist. So, yeah, I think we got good time. Next show, we have something called the Whisper Challenge. I've said this before. What's going to happen is we're going to put headphones in. So Marco's going to have his headphones in. He's going to have music playing. And he's not going to be able to hear what I'm saying. And I'm going to whisper a word. So, like that. And then from there, he's going to have to try, I think we should do 3 guesses. So 3 guesses to get the word. And I guess there's going to be some banter between me and him because what's the fucking word? And then when he takes the headphones out, he's going to be like, are you fucking serious? You know, I seen this on a show, a Serbian podcaster. Was it Međo and Chale? Yeah, Međo and Chale, I think. So they're phenomenal. They got millions of fucking subscribers. And I don't mean to bite, but like I said, imitation is highest form of flattery.
Didn't other shows do this?
The Whisper Challenge? I don't know.
I don't know. It just sounds like a...
Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to run with it because you know what? It'll... Let's see if it works between us. If the people like it, we'll do it again because grinds my gears, we've been asked to do. But I kind of went into that political realm. So as you see, I'm trying to stay away from it. But, if we tongue-in-cheek a little here and there, that's about it. I'm not going to stay fucking 10 minutes on a fucking bullshit fucking topic. But anyway... So, till next time, hit the like button.
Comment down below.
Subscribe.
Hit the notification bell.
And we'll see you on the next time of the Mood Lounge Show. Peace.